remaining.
What else is annoying? I've played against a few like position 4 Zeus. That gets really annoying once he gets Ags. You just can't cast Fiend's Grip ever again. But
Radiant
for now, what are Boom gonna go for? Just go for a Pangolier. Okay.
So something a little different. I mean, well, we say different, but in the context of what we've been seeing today, I think they're a lineup where I think they go it a little bit more on FBZ, and I've seen Hyde play it a little bit, but it's definitely much more leaning into an offlane style of heroes. So
Okay.
I guess it's the sort of thing that you want to be able to deal with something like the Prophet. You know, you don't want to be this really squishy Pango that you can just, if you have the range to do it, just sit back and start right-clicking away.
Oh, and the Bloodseeker immediately comes out for Adroit. Well, Pango's game is looking a little bit more sad. I was even just about to say that I kind of like the Pangolier against the Bane, because either you're getting him to grip you, which doesn't feel great, but at least it's getting used that way, or you're constantly threatening that you're just going to roll into the back of the team fight and find him. But now this Pango's game is looking kind of rough.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah. What do you do if you're Boom? What's the Bloodseeker answer?
The other question is who's going to build the Spirit Vessel against this Bloodseeker, because it's something that's going to be incredibly important.
Can they just Lycan here if you're Boom? It's like it's pretty good against. Well, at least the current build is good against Seeker, right? Because you get ruptured yourself, you stand still, and you just send all the summons at somebody. It doesn't really. The Shaker is a little annoying to play against, sure, as the Lycan, but.
I mean, if you let it get to that point, sure, but I feel like the tempo is just going to be able to overrun it.
Yeah, that's true. Adroit do have a pretty fast, well, reasonably fast lineup.
Yeah.
All right, if you're Boom, what do? You can push the Pango to 4, I guess. I'm just gonna go for a Lone Druid. Okay, doesn't care as much about the Bloodseeker necessarily. Can be a little bit annoying to play against Bane because your bear is just going to get nightmared every fight, and they don't have anyone, they don't have an easy dispel or anything to get it off the bear. So
yeah,
I don't love that matchup necessarily, but other than that, the Lone Druid looks pretty good, and if it's only the position 5 that's giving you a hard time, then it's probably an alright pick.
Should be okay, yeah. And with the Bloodseeker, obviously you need to get in there to try and deal with the bear, so you can maybe kite in and bait out something and get some decent damage coming through from a Death Ward, get a Bloodseeker to stand in a Maledict, something along those lines.
Yeah, if they just happen to get a random chains or an entangle on him, shouldn't be too difficult.
Now, it's not the build that people go a lot these days, but I feel like this is a really nice Radiance game for Boom, right? Like to either have on the bear just to be able to push out waves in that way, or maybe if you went really greedy on the Ember.
Maybe, yeah. I can.
It's a lot of right-click. Like Bloodseeker, you deal with Treants, you deal with Prophet right-click. If it's on the bear, you're just going to have it pushed up into Adroit's face in their team fight, so you don't have the Blink Dagger available to you as readily.
Yeah, I might almost like it more on the Ember this game than the Lone Druid, just because I worry that, again, Lone Druid has to be their building damage. And I feel like to do that and to take the early towers and match the tempo that the Nature's Prophet threatens, you need the early items. You need the Mask of Madness and stuff like that.
Yeah, I can totally see it going on the Ember. I just think it needs to come out somewhere in Boom's draft.
Yeah. I'm not 100% sure what the Ember build needs to look like this game. Does he feel like he's going to need... I guess it depends on where the Prophet is playing as well. If this is a very farmed Prophet, then maybe he needs a Yule's. I'm just going to go for an Enigma.
There's some extra tower taken.
Alright, I don't mind this Enigma grab. Is it 4 Pango and 3 Enigma? Is that the plan here, or what? The other way around? I guess it's kind of a moot
super
point,
open,
to be honest, because I think they're both gonna get quite a lot
similar
of farm.
amounts of farm. Yeah.
Yeah. So
probably a bit less so if the Pango was the 4, but yeah.
Brewmaster. Oh my god, this bear. Just
See you later, bear.
Yeah, see you later, bear. He's either getting cycloned or he's getting nightmared. He's not in for a fun time this game, that's for sure.
And we're seeing a mid-profit this time around.
Yeah. It's getting popular for sure.
Mm-hmm.
People just seem to like the Prophet anywhere that it can get farmed, right? It's like this hero just seems good.
Yeah, I mean, great attack animation, great attack damage, able to farm incredibly fast, push out waves even when you're not team fighting. And it's going to be a 4 Enigma. So I think FBZ and Hyde going to be finishing up, you would think, if it's going to go at all well for Boom, at around similar sorts of net worth.
Yeah, more than likely. I am wondering what the Enigma build is going to be. Is he just going to go for the Necrobook here? Does he feel like he just needs a Greaves for his team? I think he's going to get the Necrobook kind of no matter what, right? But after that is kind of the question, I suppose.
I think the thing is with the Necrobook, though, if you go Necro, you have to take Ancients with it. Like, that is one of the big reasons why you go it. It's like a Midas replacement that allows you to actually just right-click these jungle camps a little stronger. Right. So the question is, does Boom have enough tempo that enables you to be able to do that without getting run over at the same time? Because they've got some decent rotators here. You know, Bloodseeker is able to join in any fight really quickly. Prophet, of course, can TP. And, you know, Shaker and Bane, great support duo.
Yeah, the Shaker Bane just brings so much, like, they're decent in the lane. I mean, Bane is certainly very good in lane, but they bring so much to the mid to late game. Like, you compare what the Shaker or the Bane is going to do compared to the Witch Doctor. There's a lot of pressure on the Witch Doctor to get more stuff done in maybe in the earlier stages. So we'll see. I feel like I like Adroit's draft a little bit more overall again here, but I can see what Boom are going for, and I think there is certainly a way where if they get the right momentum kind of going, then there is an opportunity for them to take this one and tie it up 1-1.
Haven't seen too many mid wards being scouted out just yet, so going for an ambitious one here. With the Earthshaker, obviously, with his good movement speed to start out, and the fact that he's got on the boosted speed. Looking to get a nice deep one early on. And might be cutting a few of these trees here as well on Makoto, just to try and get a sneaky little ward placed here for the top bounty rune. Yep.
Alright. Nice. Very, very unlikely to be dewarded as well.
Do you reckon he's going to get rid of this one offending tree that's kind of cutting off the staircase, or will that give it away too much?
I don't know, really. I don't know if there's much point in this little bit of vision, really.
I guess maybe the one to the right, just to see if they're coming down from the high
maybe.
ground.
Oh, Simo getting burned up a little bit here. Fisher is going to help out. Who actually grabbed that one? It was actually Boomy, so Adroit gonna get themselves 3 at the start. CML living.
No one's in top lane right now for Boom.
No, they're taking a little bit of information, and now they're heading out. So what? They denied bottom. All right. So both teams have kind of rotated their lanes. I don't know if the Lone Druid was trying to chase after the Bloodseeker, but Natsumi's already top, so we'll just have to see how the musical lanes proceed from here.
Bensoy is still a little bit mindful of the fact that any kind of aggression can come. It's a 3-to-1 lane right now, so hasn't put anything into his skills. And look at Boomy, he's just standing between the tier 1 and tier 2 towers, maybe trying to go for a snipe on this courier. Not going to get it, though.
No. Makoto will be able to bring out his salve. Mac putting on the damage with these. I mean, not only is the Treant damage ridiculous, but his hero's base damage is also insane. So, not a very fun lane to play against. Boomy just going to quickly snag this outpost. And Bensoy skilling into the Drunken Brawler early on here, putting some damage onto the bear, in fact. They're taking a few punches back from Kezcute. And they're really just chasing Hyde out of the jungle here. He's gone for 2 denies so far, but he's got 0 experience currently.
Boomy just being a little bit cheeky, trying to get that pull into the wave, not going to work.
I don't know if Boom are very happy with the way that this is going currently. Like, I don't feel like there's much point in having this dual lane bottom if it's just up against the Brewmaster, but Kezcute's got less plays that he can make in this lane compared to if he was in top. Looking for a little bit of a block on Bensoy here. It is only the level 1 Maledict, so I don't know if he's dead. No, definitely not dead.
Yeah, I mean, at this stage of the game, all you really want is experience, right? On the Brewmaster, you just want to be able to get that early level 6, impact your first team fight, and then go back to farming and try and get some right-click damage through there. I think Drunken Brawlers are really slept-on ability.
Yeah, it did it get nerfed slightly, or was it the talent get nerfed? But something got reduced just a little bit. I'm actually interested to see a Brewmaster. It's not a hero that I've really seen a lot of recently. This new Cinder Brew ability just feels so weird. I feel like Brew's in need of maybe another remake at some point. FBZ just barely getting that swashbuckle off, but they're still diving him, and this is a really big creep wave. Cask just gets dragged straight into the wave. Natsumi chasing, FBZ still no swashbuckle for a little bit. CML cutting off the other angle, just waiting there with the auto attacks. FBZ 1 second now. Nightmare, well, Kezcute gonna come and grab it, and CML taking a lot of damage off the tower. Just gonna salve himself up. Courier dead. Boomy coming in now. Can they finally get this kill on the Pangolier? Yes, they can. Kezcute has some boots, so I think he might be okay. But that is not what Boom were hoping for in this early game, I think.
No, absolutely not. And Natsumi, he's alright with this wave being kind of pulled through to this area. It means that he's able to farm, not having to contest against a tower for it. And, well, FBZ, he's not going to miss out on too much, but still.
Oh, Mikoto's dead at mid. Oh, no. Just gets right-clicked down by Mac.
Was the Arcane Rune picked up by the Earthshaker as well, so he's going to try and abuse that as much as possible. He's just, again, chasing around Hyde, making sure that this greedy Enigma pick is punished as much as possible. And yeah, you really don't mind as much if you're the Shaker. You know, Fisher is always going to be impactful. Oh, is he going to get a Fisher off here? No.
I mean, splitting experience 50-50 with the Enigma is not a bad life if you're Boomy. Dreamcell, alright, is just kind of going for the standard build-up so far. He's got the phase boots on the bear. Blightstone and a Mask of Madness queued up after that, and Hyde just trying to escape. Mikoto getting fissured up at the mid lane. The auto attack still raining through from Mac. But Mikoto's got some bottle sips, so he's going to be okay, it looks like. Bounty Ring spawning right now. And looks like Hyde should be able to grab at least the one on the bottom side, hopefully giving the other one to Mikoto to get the bottle refills going. As Kezcute coming cross map to maybe try and make something happen at bottom. A lot of heroes rotating down here. Bensoy in a little bit of danger, getting body blocked up as now Hyde makes his presence known. And with more body blocks, it does seem like they should finally be able to bring down this kill. Nice for Dreamcell. And they've got the catapult as well, so unless they rotate somebody down here, should be able to get some good damage on the tier 1 tower.
Well, now they've got the level 2 demonic conversion as well, so it gets rid of the siege creep, and this is going to be a heavy wave pushing into them. I wonder if they're going to use Kezcute to maybe cut this wave, make sure that they've got full damage onto this tier 1 tower, and with the glyph already popped, there's not too much that they can do to prevent it.
Yeah, and I don't think the Wrath of Nature hit bottom. They got used, but everything's still getting pushed in here pretty heavily. Boomy comes down, Kezcute in pretty deep. They throw out the Cinder Brew. They need to pop that one out. Hyde just getting auto-attacked as Mac TPs into the back lines. I don't know if this Maledict is really going to be too much of a problem for him, though. As I say that, Dreamcell comes over with the bear, doing some decent damage. The Fairy Fire and the Stick Charges helping out. Have they found Dreamcell over in the tree lines? They have. He's completely surrounded by treants. Nowhere to escape. and they will put an end to this push on the bottom lane.
Radiant's bottom tower
Ugh,
is under
yikes,
attack.
that's all I have to say about that. I mean, they had everything going their way, just not having the sufficient vision and having to deal with that creep wave as well at the exact same
Radiant's
time, just
middle
getting a little bit
tower is
greedy,
under attack.
going for the kill onto the Brewmaster who TP'd through first, and he's maxing out that Cinder Brew.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a bad ability, it's just really... The thing that's really weird to me is that he has 2 abilities that have a move speed slow on them and damage. It's just like... What's the point? What's the point of Thunderclap and Cinder Brew both being a thing? Anyway, we've got the Wrath of Nature back off cooldown, so Mac probably looking for another opportunity shortly. Natsumi does have the Rupture available. And how is this Enigma faring? Hyde's still only level 3. He's got all the components for his Necrobook, but the recipe's still going to take a little while to farm up.
Yeah, this is very slow. You know, in an ideal game, you wanted it like 6 minutes. In a poor game, 8 minutes. Not 9 or 10, which is what this is really looking like.
And FBZ's got a Rolling Thunder to use, but I just don't know where he's going to find the opportunity. Mac is sniping couriers, and now hunting for Kezcute, who Boomy has scouted out. 1 stun, Fisher stun. Mikoto's running over here with a haste rune though, so they might get punished a little bit. I say a little bit, this might actually be a lot. Natsumi's coming over to try and help out, but FBZ just puts an end to the Rolling Thunder. His TP is going to get interrupted, so looking like he might pay the price though. As I say that, the Ember's still here, double kill so far. Natsumi's pretty speedy, so it does seem like he will be able to escape. And they do end up losing Hyde over in the Radiant jungle. But still not what they were hoping for, TPing Nature's Prophet in like that.
Radiant's bottom tower
Yeah,
is
I
under
mean,
attack.
able to get a good exchange there with Makoto, grabbing a couple of those kills with that early aggression, and Prophet, like you said, maybe we're extending a little bit. I don't think Hyde should have ever been in a position to potentially die there, though. You know, a little bit of miscommunication perhaps coming out where I think Enigma just needs to stay in this triangle, and the safe camp to the right of the tier 1 tower is where he should have been able to farm, but Ember just went and gobbled that up.
Yeah, I think he was telling himself, like, oh, they're all the way over, you know, they're making something happen on the top side, so I should be able to go and pressure the Radiant jungle. But, Makoto, alright, a little bit of damage. They don't have the Fiend script just yet for the Bane. He does have an Invis, so he's going to be okay. Sentry Ward gets popped down. He immediately deals with that Sentry. Wrath of Nature looking for him, but hops back to safety, and he will be just fine.
Haha, 75 gold gone. Trash.
Nice try. Also, ignore why I have a Sentry Ward here. Don't think about that.
Yeah.
Well, FBZ still just building up the Vlads, holding on to top, farming up against
Radiants are
Natsumi, who
scanning.
is just going for a Blade Mail first. Boomy finding a little bit of time down bottom to get some farm, and actually making good progress towards the Blink, all things considered. I mean, he's actually more farmed than the Enigma currently, so Hyde is really having a pretty stinky game, to be honest. He's really not having a very fun time.
No, absolutely not. And I mean, the Shaker, he only just hit up onto his level 4, so he was finally like, please team, just give me a crumb of experience, that's all I want. And he's finally been able to pick it up. Lane pushing into this tower. You've got the Helm of the Dominator on the Brewmaster, and TP's coming through from Mac as well, so they're looking to deal with this in a big way.
I don't actually know the interaction.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Does the Dominator aura apply double on the pandas? Surely it
Dire's
does,
bottom
right?
tower has fallen.
Or
What do you
50 or not double, but 50% bigger.
Structures are fortified.
You know, the
Good question. Like when they're split,
yeah.
I'm not sure. Like you were saying before, Brewmaster is not really one of those super meta heroes these days, so I haven't had a chance to test it lately.
Yeah. I feel like maybe it would, because they're not like creep heroes or anything. I think they are just like Brewmasters summoned units. So
Yeah.
yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see if it feels like they're doing a lot of damage. Kezcute getting looked at here at mid. Fisher not quite on the right side though. So Mikoto now looking for a little bit of a turnaround, perhaps. He's also just going for a blade mail this game. TP up top, FPZ getting ruptured. Just gonna go for the full TP. Actually, not the full TP out. He TP's tier 2 just to try and stick around, but they get the Fiend's Grip onto Mikoto. Good damage, starting to stack up as they get the attack speed going. And there you go. Adroit get that kill. FPZ waiting with the rolling thunder.
Oh no, Hyde.
Oh, he's also getting caught out and just crit down by Bensoy.
He just used his tome. He would have had the black hole available for that if he wanted to. Probably wasn't in the position to use it, to be fair. But again, it just means with the tome purchased, he's delaying out his Necro Book even more. 12-minute mark, and he's still 300 gold away. So this is definitely not Enigma's game.
Yeah, at least Dreamacell is having an alright time. But he is the hero that we were the most worried about for Boom, right? There's the Wind Panda, there's the Nightmare. Just what is he really going to be able to do? And FBZ's itching to use this Rolling Thunder, but just they can't really find an opportunity.
I think maybe he's trying to wait for the Vlads before they take a team fight.
Yeah, I can see that. Let's see me getting run out a little bit here. Pops the Blade Mail just to try and deter Mikoto, who still running at him, to be honest. Rupture comes out. CML does not have the Fiend's Grip for a little bit, so Mikoto just gonna sit here, wait out the Rupture, and grab a little bit more farm in the meantime. Enigma dead again. Bensoy just running at him. CML with a quick Nightmare, and now looking for the turnaround onto FBZ. Oh no, FBZ swashbuckled forward. Could not get the Rolling Thunder off in time, and he's now just dead. Boom, I think falling to pieces in front of our eyes, Danog. I don't know what they could do here, really.
There are some times when silence kind of says it all about what's been happening this game.
They're trying to dive onto this Brewmaster. Oh, Nightmare on the bear.
You got Fiend's Grip in 3. Oh, just a little bit short.
Well, they tried to make some kind of a play, but Adroit just gonna keep on going. Look to pressure onto this mid-tier 1 tower. Dreamacell trying to hold on to it a little bit more. It is just going for the MKB rush. And Hyde still trying to finish on this Necrobook. We are almost 14 minutes in at this point and still doesn't have it. Ember is just trying to buy up a Blade Mail. Mikoto really doesn't have the easiest heroes to hunt in this game on the Ember. Like, even the Bane and the Shaker, trying to go on them is just a risk. You might get chain stunned, and you might have the Prophet TP in, and you might just die.
Alright. Hyde has his Necrobook 1 flying out to him. But Adroit, they're taking ownership over this space, and, well, they're probably going to spot this TP coming through from the Shaker. Immediately gets stunned up after he comes through onto the shrine.
Okay, well, that's the Rolling Thunder used. Here comes some chain stun. They are going to get a little bit. They come in with the black hole, doing some nice work. CML, is he going to get the grip off here? Still living. Kiskute doing good work with the Death Ward, and CML may be in some danger. All right, Nightmare, but FBZ still on top of him. I don't know about that Fairy Fire. It's going to keep him alive for a little bit longer. But 3 for 1 ends up being the exchange. Nicely done by Boom. They brought the numbers. And Adroit kind of come in 1 by 1. A little bit.
Yeah, I mean, that 6-second TP gives you an eternity to try and deal with it. They're going to look towards the Roche Pit, realizing, well, they don't have the black hole and didn't even need the Necro Book that time to be able to try and turn that in their favor.
Walking in here. Treants all on their way over. FBZ pushing at bottom. How is the MKB coming along? Still working on it. And Adroit just walk on in here. No problem. They've got their Blink on the Shaker. They're about to have their Orchid on the Nature's Prophet, which is going to be a total terror for all of these Boom heroes, other than maybe the Lone Druid. Doesn't really care too much.
Should give things away a little bit, the fact that that mid tower is being pushed with not too much resistance coming through from Adroit, and they're keen to just start pushing straight into that tier 2 top side. They've got some good vision through this ward that's, again, not in a super common spot, not visible to the outpost, and not in any of the common sentry positions. It should be a pretty safe tower take.
Yeah, they've got some decent intel from Boom, and they're just trying to take this as a chance to go and push it bottom a little bit, maybe find some kind of a trade, even in the face of the Aegis. But Adroit seemingly happy to take the trade for now. CML is actually trying to sneak down bottom and find some kind of a setup here. He's got the Fiend's Grip available. Here comes a TP. Mikoto not out of here just yet. Rupture is available. He's just going to jump away to the Remnant. And actually looking to catch something over here on the other side. Mac and Boomy. Oh, they couldn't quite get off the paralyzing cast. Good Fisher as well, keeping the bear isolated. Mac in the middle of nowhere, though. Looks like he is still going to be brought down. Rolling Thunder from FBZ might be looking for a little bit more. But it's just the Nature's Prophet who dies in the end. The pings immediately come out from the Brewmaster. I think realizing that they were getting scouted as that rotation happened. Boom, good punish.
Yeah, it's kind of okay though, right? He's going to respawn in 20 seconds, and it's still going to be about 30 seconds until both the Rolling Thunder and the Black Hole are available. So if they're keen, they've got the Aegis, and they're going to have a lot of these abilities to be able to take over this fight. Wrath of Nature up in 10 seconds as well.
Yeah, and the True Form getting used as well there, so Dreamcell going to be a little bit easier to bring down if they can find him in these fights.
Yeah, you can see here they're getting aggressive, trying to find someone, but no one revealing themselves just yet. Some very defensive wards coming through from Boom right now.
Oh, Philosopher's Stone, Lundra could be pretty happy with that.
Oh yeah.
Walk around, get that on his hero. Hyde constantly pressuring bottom. He's just going straight blink here. So it's not going to be the easiest for him. There are, there are like 3 or 4 different heroes that he has to catch to guarantee a black hole. But I guess he's just kind of hoping for it. I don't know if there's anything that is really all that much better for him to get in this situation.
Yeah. Man, he's gone with these 4 points in the Malefice. I really see the value point of just 1 in the Midnight Pulse, right? Like, only 50 mana and it deals 4.75 damage per second. I think that's nuts.
Kesbute's dead. See you, buddy. Yeah, even if it's just like a, hey, I can cut somebody out of Sprout or something, right? I don't know about these 4 points. All right, TP coming in from FPZ, but Adroit in a good position. Also TPing in on the Ember. It's going to take them a little bit longer. Watch the Bane. CML, if he can get a good grip off, that would be huge. Natsumi might lose the Aegis quickly here. Not dead just yet. All right, one more slight brings him down. They have popped the Brewmaster ultimate. FBZ rolling through, looking to keep Natsumi locked down. Nicely done. Let's have the Blade Mill. They're going to sprout him up. He needs to cut his way out from his own team. Pangolier now getting gripped in the back lines. They're running forward with Mikoto trying to interrupt this, but he gets silenced. Still, Pango pretty tanky. Finally brought down. Mikoto needs to find his way out of this. They actually bring down Boomy, running forward with Dreamcell. CML doesn't have the Nightmare for a little bit. Mikoto sprouted, still chasing. Bensoy in some danger. Kescute does manage to get the Maledict down. Channeling through with the Death Ward, and I think Bensoy might just be dead to that. This bear is very powerful, and Dreamcell drives them back from the tier 2.
Yeah, some decent defense coming through, getting rid of that Aegis, making sure that there was no follow-up potential as well from Natsumi with a great timed roll from the Pangolier. Goes down for his troubles, but a 2-for-1 trade, you're always going to be happy with that.
Yeah, I guess they really wish that they'd been able to use like the Fiend's Grip on the... Oh, nice fear. I think CML is just dead. They really wish they'd been able to use the grip on the Ember, but he just did so much damage. Colin Fisher, Natsumi, chasing, looking for a little bit more. Dreamcell, they get the silence onto the enemy. He does have the black hole available. If he can just get it off, that's going to be the question. Natsumi kind of low, but he's going to go chasing after the lone druid. Couple more auto attacks to finish it. There is going to be a disarm. Echo Slam, but no follow-up stuns. Where's the black hole? Still waiting for it. Mac in the middle of everything. Fisher interrupts. Mac still living. He's got another silence. Can't quite get it off. Mikoto finds a double kill. This Ember is just doing so much work in these fights. And now Boom chasing, looking for a little bit more. They get the root onto the Brewmaster. He dies. And Boom cleaning up yet another team fight. I don't know what that smoke was about, but sure.
I was thinking maybe go on a quick ward sesh, but
yeah, then I clicked him,
any.
And then he just needed to get this camp real fast, Danog.
Yeah, that extra move speed, critical.
But it feels like the Ember is just doing so much work in these fights, and they're really to that mid fight. They got very little out of the primal split. They also kind of got very little out of the Bloodseeker in general. it feels like. Really needs to finish up another item before he can be all that scary.
Yeah, and Dreamercell's doing a great job as well, you know, forcing all of this attention onto the Spirit Bear, who, I mean, look at him, he's got MKB, Mask of Madness, Imp Claw, so you have to pay attention to it. But like you're saying, it just puts all of this space that Makoto's allowed to have to be able to take these team fights.
Yeah, he's got a Deso now as well. 12.5k net worth on this Lone Druid. They absolutely need to just Nightmare and Cyclone the bear and then leave him until last. I don't think there's really any other way to...
I think they did, right? They got the Cyclone off in that previous fight, but that was around the dire tier 2 tower.
Yeah. Yeah, and they weren't killing anybody else at the same time, right? The Bloodseeker was just dying to... pretty much dying twice to the Rolling Thunder. And Hyde's got the Blink Dagger now. Brewmaster has just picked up a Vlad's on top of his the Domineer. So not really going to have too much scaling potential here.
I'm liking this from Hyde. Keeps the lane pushed in a little bit. Wants to make sure he's sticking close-ish by to get that level 12. Extra 20 seconds off your ultimate, always real handy.
So for Adroit, I guess it's just kind of farm stations for a little bit. The Ember does have a BKB and the 50 Flame Guard DPS now. So Makoto can play really aggressively on the supports in these fights. Yeah. Doesn't have to worry about the Shaker at all with the BKB and the Fiend's Grip. I don't even know if he pops BKB, I don't know if he's going to die in the duration of the grip.
Alright, BKB, Blade Mail, going for an Ags. You've got control over the Radiant jungle on Boom. You've got the net worth lead. Do you have the win probability? You do, yep. Sitting at about 60%. And they smoke right underneath. Is that under a ward?
I don't think so. But still, they're just trying to clear out their own jungle here. CML sitting Shadow Amuleted, hoping that nobody puts down a sentry ward. It's like, please no.
Value experience.
I'm just trying to set up a gank for my Nature's Prophet. Please don't sentry. Thanks, friends.
I want to see what his vision's like. Oh, it's daytime, so it's not terrible.
It's daytime and he's got a ward, right? So he kind of sees everything.
Oh, is he going to go for the snipe here? Do it, it's the Blink Dagger.
Nah.
Weak.
He's chilling. Is he dead?
Top tower has fallen.
So what's he going to walk into here? Courier. Courier coming back. He's just Shadow Amuleted. Again. Alright, okay, he's deeping back now. This little expedition is over. We've got a Basher also picked up for the Lone Druid.
Oof.
So this bear
coming up so fast. That Philosopher's Stone coming in real handy.
Yeah, this bear is getting very scary. Gonna go for an AC next. They absolutely need to control it in team fights, if at all possible. BKB getting picked up for Mac, so we'll be able to hopefully stand and deliver a little bit more. The BKB also picked up for the Bloodseeker. Let's see if this can be the big difference maker for them. Brewmaster going for a blink now.
Still a little bit until Makoto's going to be able to reach that Ag Scepter, so perhaps that's the timing Boom's playing for, but you can just see the difference between Game 1 and now, right? Like, it felt like basically the entire Game 1 was being played on the, in Adroit's favor, on the enemy team's side of the map, but this time it's kind of the reverse.
Yeah, they had one brief excursion down the mid lane, but since then... Adroit
and that didn't work out that well for him.
Yeah, they've really been on the back foot ever since. And FBZ, happy with his blink, will be able to get the Rolling Thunder off and get the initiation, hopefully. I still think, I still believe in the Adroit team fight. It just kind of has to go the right way. And the Lone Druid is just terrifying, for sure. Just munching on some treants up top.
But you can just see the difference here, Adroit, Boom, they know what they're playing for, and it feels like Adroit are just standing around waiting for them to come into them, but they're not taking the bait. They're getting a lot more out of the map right now.
Yeah, just continuing to push this lead. Experience moving out to about 10k the advantage, heading towards 6k net worth. They're farming across all 3 lanes and getting some pretty good use out of the jungle. And Adroit, they're hitting some creeps here and there, but not growing nearly as scary. And this Bloodseeker, a little bit outside of those top spots on the net worth. And they're kind of running in here on Adroit. I don't know if this is a great place to be moving into. There's good defensive vision. They can't afford to lose the Shaker right away. Good Nightmare from CML. They're controlling the Bear for now. Can they kill the Lone Druid? In the backlines, yes they can. Dead for 70. Boomy gonna lose his life. Makoto chasing after him. FBZ has been ruptured, so forced to interrupt the Rolling Thunder a little bit earlier. Natsumi's still looking for him, and on the other side of the fight, CML does get the Fiend Script down onto Makoto, who's still living. The Essence Ring helping out a little bit. Still a couple more auto attacks to bring him down. Mac TPing ahead with the silence. BKB not going to be enough. They just got no damage out of their Lone Druid that fight, and without that, just no real way to win.
Yeah, unfortunate. No real sustain. Don't think the Witch Doctor was close enough to get that Glimmer Cape through, or maybe actually he just finished it up after he TP'd back to base. I saw he was about 300 short towards the start of that team fight, and hit on the Pango. He went for the cheeky deny onto Roshan. He right-clicked Roche to get his aggro, disarmed. So he didn't end up dying.
That's always the way. Every time you try to go for a stack as Pango as well, it's always the disarm and they just stand there looking at you. Aegis and Cheese secured. I think the other big thing in that fight is that Mac is, with the BKB, finally able to just stand there and hit. And not really have to worry about any kind of counter initiation. Natsumi doesn't want to lose the Aegis that easily here, but I think he's just about to die to Maledict. Yep. Still does damage even after you pop the BKB. Kezcute still living, and now they get the follow-up stun. Dreamcell gonna make very quick work of the Bloodseeker. The cask as well. Natsumi just didn't get to do anything. Kezcute even living. Black Hole now onto CML. Okay. Alright, well, it's gonna set up the kill for...
I guess, but...
Yeah.
At the end of the day, he's back up in 40 seconds, and your Black Hole is not for 2 minutes beyond that.
They're chasing for Boomy. Alright, there's chains. Looks like they will be able to find one more. Did not expect the mobility from the Ember, and does get brought down. Well, that's now... Just as quickly as it was looking good for Adroit again, they fall asleep at the wheel somewhat, and Boom coming to punish. Max pressuring bottom, but this Bear is pushing nice and fast, especially with the Desolator picked up. And they really wish that they had their Shaker to fish her off the ramp or something. They don't even have a glyph just yet. They do have a repair kit.
Oh, they're just tossing the Bear up in the air.
Alright. I guess that's the plan.
It'll buy time for Seeker to come back at least.
Yeah, oh, the Silencer. Can they actually kill it is the question. His Quelling Blade is there. They get another stun. Alright, another Whirlwind. Wrath of Nature. Bear just gets resummoned, does it? Oh no, it ended up dying.
Yeah.
He doesn't actually have it for 25 seconds, so...
That's fine.
Yeah, I guess they're not going to get too punished. Adroit now looking for something.
Ooh, that's nice. Quickening Charm picked up by the Enigma. You can see that, Boom, they've got the good defensive vision, so they realize how aggressively they've TP'd into their jungle to take the outpost, and just taking the opposing one here with FBZ.
Nice to still get some experience, and Adroit kind of having to regroup somewhat. I think the plan was, oh, okay, we've got Aegis, we can probably be the ones in control of the game for the next team fight, but not going to be the case. Oh, we've got an Orb of Destruction.
Ugh.
Also picked up for the Lone Druid.
Just if you needed more, you know.
Good stuff. He doesn't have the Quelling Blade anymore. Is maybe the one concern. It really feels like this game is just going to come down to how much the Spirit Bear is actually able to just stand and right-click. If he does get Nightmared, if he does get hit by the Panda Whirlwind, then I think that's how they lose the fights. But also, if they get a good Black Hole or they get a good Rolling Thunder, then the Bear is just going to shred everybody.
It feels like that is the exact case, right? Every single team fight that they've won, it's been a near-perfect Rolling Thunder coming out from FBZ, just chain stunning up this Bloodseeker.
Yeah, and then the one team fight that they lose badly is, well, the Lone Druid dies very quickly, but also the Pango immediately gets ruptured after casting the Rolling Thunder. Do you have a...
Well,
they're gonna DD on this Bloodseeker for a second.
They're trying to make something happen. They're going into the Roche pit just for a little bit of a hidey hole here. Enigma is going to have that Black Hole up in 3 seconds. He's got the cooldown reduction talent and the Quickening Charm, so this use of it is going to be a bit more useful. And Scan pings him out. So will they go straight for him? That'd be disastrous. Doesn't have buyback.
Well, Adroit taking the long path. Makoto does have the BKB, but, you know, Boomy with some decent chain stun. Mac waiting 8 seconds to have his TP back up. And Boomy just waiting for anybody to show on this wave, but I don't think Boom are at all interested in that. Do they have a smoke? Alright, they go for a smoke. Maybe a big wraparound going to be the name of the game. Or hoping to catch out the Nature's Prophet behind the wave at mid. But scan reveals that he is not there, and Mac has taken the more defensive posture elsewhere. I see he's also just working for a Desolator currently after completing the AC. They don't have any vision up this high ground, but FBZ still walking there, feeling confident that they're not there. Smoke breaks, checking out whether or not he needs to use the Rolling Thunder immediately. Adroit, do they have the vision? They've got the jump onto the Brewmaster that forces out the Primal Split immediately, but the Spirit Bear has been nightmared to start. They do also have the Cyclone. Can they just keep it controlled up on the high ground? One manages to escape. Kezcute on the back lines. The Bear still spinning. Decent damage. They will bring down the Bane with no Fiend's Grip, so Makoto finding the right target. The Bear sent up in the air once again. Buyback from FBZ. Hyde going to be looking for the black wall opportunity as they do find out Mac. He's pretty tanky and he's got a cheese. Can they actually save him from the Bear, though? Finally, Dream himself finding the opportunity to get some auto attacks out. Good Fisher from Boomy. Makoto really committing to try and kill off this Nature's Prophet. Is there going to be a black hole? Not used just yet. He does end up dying. Had the cheese, but couldn't use it. Too much damage. Makoto chasing after, looking for Boomy. Blink still on cooldown for 10 seconds. Time they do get a slight chains onto him. Hyde
Shaker?
Shouldn't need to use the black hole here as they just pick up that kill. Well,
and the constant threat of these black holes, you can see he's been pump faking them every single time, and these heroes just die slightly beforehand. You have to pop the repair kit one more time. No buyback left on this Earthshaker. You can on the Prophet, but you really don't want to be using it at this stage.
Yeah, alright, Nightmare gonna be dealt with pretty quickly. They've got the Necro Book here to help deal with the Nightmare at the very least.
Rolling Thunder's back
some
as
danger.
well.
Buyback from Mac. Rolling Thunder's available, but the Bear just 3 or 4 shotting the Brewmaster. He's also got a buyback. And they do have their Shaker back up in 10 seconds time. Another Nightmare. Buy a few more seconds. Wait for it. Sprout also up. They're trying to just kill off the Bear. Buyback from the Brewmaster. That's Bear number 1. Dreamcell, is he going to resummon it? He's being ruptured. Sending the Bear back in. They do have the Rolling Thunder available. Natsumi unable to get off the BKB because of the fear. Here comes the black hole. It's caught out CML. Does get canceled pretty quickly. Mac just standing here and auto-attacking, going to protect himself with the Sprout. The Fiend's Grip finally coming out. Boomy in the backlines looking for a good Echo Slime. He's trying to lock down Dreamcell, who's just walking away from him. The Bear shreds the Earthshaker. Makoto looking to catch a little more. Mac with the auto attacks. He's the big damage source currently. Makoto almost dead. Finished off. FBZ next on the chopping block. Dreamcell just needs to run for it. Can't afford to die here. He does have the ultimate. Mac needing to be careful about that TP in. Dreamcell wishing that he could just auto attack his Bear out of the Cyclone. We're going to hide that fight recap quickly. Kezcute looking like he might be able to walk this one out. They're kiting the Bear. Mac finally getting latched onto. There's a root. Do they have a fear? He gets the Sprout out, still surviving. Dreamcell. Ultimate duration still pretty good. Gets the root off of his hero onto Bensoy. Looking for the TP out now. I don't think they have any way to interrupt this. Also going to try and TP the Bear. That's going to be fine. And Boom extract themselves from that situation without too many losses.
I mean, diving that a little bit too deep. I'm still underestimating at 35 minutes the damage that those tier 4 towers can do. I don't think they popped the glyph for it either, so it was just the single right clicks coming through from the towers that were able to repel, and maybe underestimating as well the Nature's Prophet right click potential with the AC.
Yeah, and just how survivable he is underneath those tier 4s as well. The armor really stacking up. Black hole on cooldown for 30. Oh, Kezcute getting caught out. Mac with the TP forward. Courier also going to be brought down. The Glimmer Cape actually helping to keep him alive a little bit longer.
But walks back into the Bloodseeker. Silence.
Yeah, I think he's just dead. Oh, Boomy.
He's got
looking for Hyde. All right, there's the stun. Rupture comes out. They are going to sprout up the Bear. This is a double damage Bear. They're just going to try and right-click it down. Focusing onto it. Dreamcell, he does have a resummon. I don't know if you really want to use it. His main hero getting caught out. They've got the Fiend's Grip once again onto Makoto. Nothing from him this fight. He has been such a nuisance for CML this entire time, but this time around, he's got it.
has
They're
fallen.
dead for 80 on the Ember. I mean, the Lone Druid's got a buyback available,
Yeah, has
but...
to.
Dire's
All right, here it goes. If his bear dies again, though, that's just it for bears for 2 minutes.
are fortified.
So
Radiant structures
they need...
are fortified.
Oh, they're just going to try and hold. They do have a black hole available. Boomy. All right, getting stunned up. Doesn't have the BKB anymore. Tier 3 dead. Mac. Focusing on the buildings. FPZ thinking about the Rolling Thunder to buy a little bit more time. The Rupture is on cooldown for now. They get the Nightmare onto FBZ. Hide, Blink, BKB, Black Hole onto the Nature's Prophet. Can they focus him down? Yes, they can. He's dead for 125 seconds. Boomy's up here on the high ground. He's got the spider legs in a second. Echo Slam coming through. But he's also just dead. All right. Bensor trying to evacuate himself with the Pandas. We've got a random dead courier just floating around.
I just bad passed it as well.
It's always... It's something about this specific courier that it always, when it dies, it doesn't go into the ground. It just sits up here at the top of its animation.
He's got wings, you know.
Yeah, makes sense. All right, so Prophet dead for 90. Roshan's respawning in 1 second. Oh, wait, did Grimace still... Did he see it or not?
Go back.
All right, he's done it. He's done it. This is Aegis Cheese and Refresher Shard. This literally could just be the game right here.
Forces the BKB out of Natsumi as well, which is huge.
Yeah.
I mean, the next time it's going to be up is right when Prophet respawns, so you have to think that that's the timing that Adroit are going to have to go if they're trying to make anything out of this.
Shan has fallen to the
Got a
Dire.
Timeless Relic over on Boom. So, what, is that going to the Ember here? Makoto, you need to make a... He can't put it in your regular inventory, sir. There you go. All right, we figured it out.
Oh, will he see this DD on the bot side? You can get a sense that he's kind of sensing it. He's got that bottle. He's like, oh, maybe I'll just check if it's something. Oh, it's a DD. Let's go, boys.
Nice. He's asking if anyone else wants to come and get it, I think, but no. All right, just for him. Not really useful anywhere else this game.
They got 20 seconds.
Yeah, they do have good high ground defense. They can kind of spam this out. They do not have the Bloodright cooldown or anything just yet. As Bensoy just going to be going for Heaven's Halberd. So the lives on the bear are still going to be very important at this point, but the big thing, the big story here could just be our Hyde Enigma. He had a miserable start. He had a 14-minute Necrobook, but now he's really come into his own with the item build and has the opportunity to just win this game for his team all by himself.
Oh, yeah. And don't you love having that level of pressure on you?
Yeah. He doesn't even need to get that good of a black hole, but I think even if one of the black holes gets interrupted by like a Fiend's Grip, I think that's fine. What do we got? We get super melee creep inside of the base. All right.
Dire are scanning.
Just given vision, trying
Cut
to
the
drag
wave a
this
bit.
wave. Yeah, I guess so. What's this? This is Brewmaster's creep here.
They've got both outposts here on Boom. So how far away are they from buybacks as well? I think that's a key factor. So about 700 for the Ember Spirit. So if they can grab all 4 bounty runes, that's going to be really handy, or at least 3.
Adroit are heading out here, looking to maybe find somebody while Boomer split, grabbing bounties. They do have a Prince's Knife on this Nature's Prophet, so
Yeah.
something to be wary of in these upcoming fights. And an Abyssal Blade on the Bloodseeker. The Adroit heroes are getting some scaling going. Both teams, I believe, have gems picked up now, so trying to cement their map control as much as they possibly can. Mac TPing straight on top of this wave here.
Oh, no.
I don't know if this is really where you want to be, my friend. You don't have a buyback for 50 seconds, and now he's just dead for 100.
Yeah, that is not handy at all. And the power of that deep Observer Ward, I know he was farming a lane anyway, but they could start the movement nice and early. And, well, that DD coming through from Makoto is going to be able to do some decent damage on top of this Desolator that might be coming through onto the tower. Do they have 1 repair kit charge left? Yeah, they do on the Earthshaker.
Alright, it's gonna help, but this bear is still gonna shred this building pretty quickly.
With the 25 talent, you know, minus bear attack time.
Oh yeah, God. Yeah, it was 0.37 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Lordy.
While we have a short break, I just want to make sure everyone's doing a quick hydration and posture check. It's very important when we're watching these long games to take care of ourselves. So I know you told me you've got a good chair, but
Yeah.
mine is a little bit lacking. So hopefully that's beneficial for everyone else.
Yeah, look, I figured I spend so much time... I spend time sitting in front of my computer for work. I spend time sitting in front of my computer for leisure. Same argument as, like, getting a good mattress or a good pillow, right? You gotta...
True.
Gotta
like,
have
you
a good
spend,
chair.
what, a third of your life there, so you may as well
Yeah.
get a good one?
Yeah, probably. It might even be more. Who knows?
Yeah. Speaking of jobs, bit of a feels-good man for you as well, right?
Yeah, well, it's interesting. It's going to be my first time working 9 to 5. Does mean maybe a little bit of a reduction in the old casting, but
Oh, that's a feels-bad man, though.
that is feels bad, but you know, I'll still do what I can here and there. So
Yeah.
and it's nice to not be so reliant on just getting casting gigs for regular income. That's definitely a feel
Yeah.
good, man.
Bit of both, you know.
Yeah.
Get you a guy that does both, or get you a career that does both.
Well, hopefully we don't have to wait too long for Boomy to come back. He's in a pretty good position in the trees, but this is a hard hold. You may have to just give away this. But if you give away the second lane, is that just it? Like, if you give away one lane, are you not just giving away both?
I mean, they've already lost mid, right? So they've got that pressure coming in.
Yeah, they've got Glyph in 36 seconds. They can buy some time with the Primal Split and like Halberd and Nightmares and Fissures. Actually, I think they really need the Fissure right now. That's probably the most important currently. They got the Aegis on the Lone Druid. What else is going on? Hyde, I would guess, holds on to the Refresher Shard if at all possible. Do they know that unless they're keeping track of it very carefully, they might not know the Nature's Prophet buyback status. So
You'd have to be like, there's been so much happening this game that if you did, you'd be really on point with all that.
Yeah, I think you would be hard pressed to have that one exactly. But
Yeah. It's kind of in the realm of uncertainty right now, right? Like 35 seconds is pretty tight, you know.
Yeah,
and
you might know
with this
what-
pause,
Yeah,
with
you
this
might
pause,
know what
Adroit are
minute-
like giving them the chance to potentially think of that.
yeah. I don't know what our pause rules are. I don't know how much pause time or anything we have.
We're just casters, bro. That's it. Hopefully, it's not another case. Yeah, do you remember, like, with the whole the qualifier situation and all that, where it was literally like a storm that happened in the Philippines and it just knocked out their entire village's internet?
Oof. Yeah, I remember that. Oh, that was not good.
I think we were casting that one, weren't we?
Maybe.
Maybe.
It's...
I definitely was. It was either yourself or Lyrical that I was casting
okay.
with.
Man, it's just... It's always so unfortunate when the game gets impacted by external factors like that.
Especially with how close it's been between the two of them.
Yeah.
Both games really could go either way. Although Dota Plus doesn't think so. 80% in favor of Boom right now.
But it's still wobbling around, right? We're like up 75%, 50%, 75%, back to 50%, well, back closer to 50%. So all it's going to take is maybe one or two team fights. But not having the Nature's Prophet here is a huge blow. He is the #1 net worth in the whole game.
He was able to get his Wrath of Nature off, but it's not really making much of a difference.
Is there some way that they can... Like, I don't know if they can kill the bear without the NP. Like, if they had some other way to maybe kill the bear, then if you force the resummon out of Dreamer Cell, then I think you at least make Boom have to think twice about hard committing here. But
Yeah.
oh, nice.
Playing down the lawn.
Dougie's in here. We got the.
I think it's not even just the pure right-click damage. It's even just the desolated debuff that you need to be able to potentially take down this bear. Maybe the Bloodseeker could do it on his own, but without it, it's looking a little rough. Let's see if they can do it.
How quickly is this building going to melt? All right, the Fisher does come out. Bear still reaching over to get those hits. Nightmare coming out. Here's the repair kit. I don't think it
doesn't do anything.
It doesn't do anything in the face of this bear. Dreamer Cell still just sieging. And, well, that's one more lane of rags gone. They do have the glyph in 15 seconds. Nature's Prophet buyback in 14. Does he actually have the gold? He does. As Boom just swinging over to this final lane of racks here. Boomy moving himself into position, maybe to block off the ramp once again. 50 seconds to go, but the buyback is a mere 1 second away. All right, buyback available. If they can force this fight, maybe they can find some kind of an opportunity. But Boomy getting locked down by a chains on the other side. The tier 3 almost dead. Dreamer Cell just gonna pop the ultimate and go for this now. They get the immediate first hit route onto the Brewmaster. He's getting chain stun. Can he even get the primal split off? Bensoy.
Oh,
he's disconnected again.
I don't think he would have got it off anyway because he was being chain stunned and feared.
I think he might get it off here. I think if this Nightmare dodges the next tick of Maledict, I think he gets it.
Yeah. All right, he's back.
But if not, the Maledict pop is gonna like this. This is like a 1k plus Maledict or something. Well, here we go. Primal split is the question. Boomy, his blink is off cooldown. Natsumi's in there forcing it. They've got the Echo Slam. That's Enigma down for 110. They've also got the Pangolier, the grip onto Mikoto. Adroit appear to be doing it. They did get the Primal split off. We have another pause. SC8 Dota.
See, Dota and Natsumi, you could see how frustrated they are. Oh, both teams. Dotka 2 by Hyde.
All right, so what's happening? They got the fear off. The Bloodseeker might just be dead to the Lone Druid.
You've got Kazcute standing on this top side as well, so maybe he can get off a cask to at least try and stall it out a little bit. Maybe get a lucky bounce up onto CML.
I guess he runs back in here. But the bear is the bear. Okay, wait. So he got the fear off, but I don't think there's any follow-up damage. So I think the Seeker is fine.
The bear is in the air.
The bear is in the air. What's the duration on the bear in the air? I mean, the max duration is 6, right?
So 3.
Like another 3 seconds, and there's another 3.5 seconds on this Fiend's grip. Yeah.
Dotka 2.
Yeah, Dotka 2. Just some boys who want to play some Dotka 2. Okay, so the Lone Druid he's got 2 lives and 2 bears. But I don't see how he can do anything against like 5 heroes. It just doesn't seem possible.
How long they got a minute on the Aegis as well. So
yeah.
There's no way that he dies after the Aegis expires in this team fight. Absolutely no chance.
I think that the big issue here is that I think Mac is just gonna beat Mikoto to death, and then
how long have we got left on this BKB? Like 2 seconds? Because Prophet's just used Wrath of Nature, so that's gonna do a decent amount of damage.
Yeah, no, I think the Ember is dead within 3 seconds. I don't think that's an issue. 3 minutes boss time left. Why is it like this? Oh, no.
I mean, someone's gonna die soon, right? So let's buy back. Seeker's probably gonna die soon, right? You've got Dreamer Cell in there.
Can you resummon your bear out of the Cyclone?
That's a really interesting question. I don't know.
You could go test it in demo mode right now.
I don't want to take that risk, man. This is too close.
Are you Eternal Envy or not, Dan? All right, wait. He's back. He's back. All right,
no.
resume the hype. Resume the hype. Let's go.
All right, hydrate real quick.
Yep. Take a sip.
Thank you, Monster Energy. We should be back into it.
Go. All right. Kezcute, what can you do for your teammates here? Come in with the
Lucky
voodoo
bounce.
restoration. Your team needs it. Oh, actually. Oh, follow-up stun for Bensoy. Alright, he's dead. He didn't have a remnant out, I believe. Natsumi getting Glimmer Caped. Earthshaker getting stunned. Spirit Bear once again up in the air. Bensoy, alright, that's the last lift that he's got. Now the Spirit Bear can go to work, but here comes the Fisher. They've got the chain stun. That's life number 1. The Bear's still living, but it's about to be brought down. 5 heroes versus 2 bears. Not a very fair fight. He's dead. Down for 2 minutes. No buyback for another. Also no buyback for 2 minutes. Oh no, Kezcute. Don't leave the base, sir. There was a ward. Mac knew what you were up to, and now all 5 are dead. 2 buybacks available. Is this just the game? How long is it going to take these creeps to get up the mid lane?
A little bit. Luckily for them, they didn't concede the megas, so it's given them something. You can see Mac with that remove teleportation cooldown. He's just shoving in as much as he can.
Mid lane in, top lane in.
Yeah. 20 seconds until that Wrath of Nature as well.
He doesn't even want his creeps to have to waste any time killing creeps. He's just TPing ahead of them. Alright, he's coming over to grab another item. He sells his mech. He wants the satanic. He's bought a sacred relic, in fact. They are just trying to end. They're like, we do not want to fight this lone druid one more time. Get me out.
Trade?
Huh?
Oh, they've gone the safe way.
Yeah, they're going megas. But wait, there's
They
still
can't.
a tier 2 bottom. Hello? Adroit?
Well,
You're going to have to fight 2 black holes, potentially. Alright. Alright.
hashtag safe play. Rapira
Rapira.
2.0.
There we go. 4 games, 2 rapiers. We're doing pretty well so far. Oh my god, he got the level.
I mean, Leveler or Prince's Knife? Prince's Knife is pretty damn good.
Yeah, the Prince's Knife is really good. Let Shako. Mac just like, give me all my items, boys. This is loaded up. Actually, is he... Okay, there's a timeless relic as well. Is he gonna keep the Prince's Knife? Wait, he's got the Prince's Knife and the leveler in the backpack. What are we doing here? What is going on? Oh, their pinging Bane is missing. They know that they need to find CML. He knows that as well. He's got a blink. He's hanging back, waiting for his opportunity. They do have the double black hole.
Damage as well.
Oh my god, double damage, and they could put the Blood Rage on him, and he could have the leveler. I mean, the Bloodseeker's got the leveler currently, but...
Alright, hits into the Glimmer Cape, dies. That's my prediction.
Oh, alright,
Oh,
double
the
damage is
blade
gone.
now, the Glimmer.
Necrobook has dealt with it.
Alright. Good job, Necro.
There's
you have saved the game.
There's a Lincoln's on this Ember, so... Should be able to... And I don't know if it would have been any different in that last fight if he'd had a Remnant out and had been able to, like, buy back and Remnant back in. Probably not, just based on the situation that they were in.
We've got Flicker on the bear as well.
Actually, pretty nice. Maybe he can randomly flicker over a Fisher and do what needs to be done. Okay, so Rapier into Aeon Disc. That's the life we lead for Mac.
How fast is he hitting here? I want to see this. Because he swapped back the Prince's Knife. Well, he's just one-shotting everything. So.
Yeah. Pew, pew. Pew. 2 shots on the catapults. Makoto at mid, feeling confident with the Enigma sitting behind him. Who's got buyback? We got Bloodseeker, Enigma, Pango, Brewmaster, Earthshaker, and the Bane all have buyback. So,
essentially, the 3 most important heroes in the game do not have buyback.
Yeah. Yeah, the Ember, the Lone Druid, and the Nature's Prophet all do not have it. Bloodseeker not level 25 just yet. I kind of want to do a quick level check, but...
I don't think you'll have time. They're
No,
trying to make something
we're gonna
happen.
go to
Shadowblade.
Oh, Boomy running forward. He sees Hyde. Echo Slam. Where's the follow-up damage? Can Boomy just solo kill this? Yes, he can, but he does have a buyback available, and now they're looking to force the fight. Ember in trouble. He's right-clicks for Mac, but he's already used the BKB. They have to back up a little bit. CML not in the best position. They are going to keep the bear going. Mac, is he in danger? Natsumi with the Abyssal Blade, but here comes the Black Hole. This is only Black Hole number 1. They try and cancel it, but they put the Lincolns on the Enigma. He can't get off Black Hole number 2. Mac's dead for 120. They buy back immediately on the Bloodseeker. FBZ looking for CML. The bear has the Rapier. Dreamacell just needs to keep this fight going. Boomy trying to escape. All right, it's now a 4 versus 4 potentially. 100 seconds for the Nature's Prophet.
You said it before, Hyde has the potential to win the game for his team, and he caught, what? The Prophet, the Bloodseeker, and I think it was 2 Brewmaster Brewlings inside that. That was insane.
Yeah. Well, but also the Ember having the presence of mind to Lincoln's him before that all happened. So
Yeah,
they couldn't
absolutely.
grip cancel it. Alright, they're just gonna try and control the bear. This bear is doing so much damage. Natsumi's getting chain stunned. He doesn't have BKB. How is he walking in like this? Is the Bloodseeker? He's dead for 2 minutes. And I think Boom have done it. Watch these towers melt. Dream himself going to work. Ben Soy just wishing that he still had the mischance on the Cinderbrew or something, but Fisher buy a little bit more time. They just don't have any damage, realistically.
They gotta wait another 10 seconds if they can for this
They've got the
Echo
glyph.
Slam.
Echo Slam, 5 seconds. Still holding Glyph. Dream himself spinning the bear in place. He's just messing with them at this point. Abyssal Blade's in. Ben Soy's dead.
There we go.
GG is
They've split
called.
up enough. They know that BK Echo Slam's not going to be able to deal with all of them, and that'll do it. 1-1 game series. 48 minutes to go with the 49 minutes from last time. What a series.
Just some crazy games. Just some good old rapier Dota. That's what we like to see.
Oh man.
Well, the Enigma pick paid off in the end.
In the end, it took a while, but it eventually got
One black hole to win it all.
there.
You know, I also said like, oh yeah, you know, the Bane and the Earthshaker are so value in the late game, like compared to the Witch Doctor, and then of course it's like, hello, Enigma can just win you a game all by himself.
Yeah. I mean, that plus, like you mentioned, the Lincolns coming out from Makoto onto the Enigma, huge.
Yeah.
Like, probably won them the game. The fact that it wasn't being interrupted by the Bane there, insane gameplay.
Yeah, and man, all they would have like that last fight, because Natsumi sees that the black hole is about to happen on his Prophet, so he Abyssal Blades the Enigma. And then if they just had like a little bit more follow-up after that, I think they easily win the game.
Yeah,
Right.
That
on
was
the
a
spot.
really hype Abyssal Blade as well.
Yeah, because I think he was mid animation. I think he was like going to black hole the Prophet, and then Natsumi surges forward. Oof.
That's
6
just how
series.
close these teams are.
Yeah.
I think 1-1 is a very reasonable result for both of them.
Yeah, 100%. And we're only halfway done now for our day of Dota as well. That's 4 games in the books. Time for 4 more. We've got a Neon Extravaganza. We've got Neon versus TNC, and then we've got Neon versus Boom. So fun times ahead.
Yeah.
We're gonna head to a break. We're already behind schedule, so hopefully we'll be keeping things going nice and fast for you guys. Tons more great Dota. We'll catch you back here in a couple minutes.